皆さんこんにちは、なるです。本編を見たい方は YouTube のチャプター機能からスキップしてください。お久しぶりです。約1ヶ月の間動画を投稿していませんでしたが、新しくチャンネル登録をしてくださった皆さんありがとうございます。そしていつも動画を見てくださっている皆さんも本当にありがとうございます。皆さんのコメントが励みになっています。これからも引き続きよろしくお願いします。英語に関しての質問や翻訳動画のリクエストがありましたらコメント欄に書いてください。今回は Lights Out と Tweek Talks から九龍篝火でのあcolaさんとミーヤーさんについて話しているところを翻訳しました。今回も最後に英単語の解説をつけています。よかったら見てください。それではどうぞ。
So those are the results of that tournament. Anything surprising to you guys? Anything standing out?
I mean, it was the first time that Spargo lost to a cola since the Ludwig Smash Invitational.
Bro, that set though was pretty freaking crazy. I cannot lie. There was just a lot of he plays Mithra like how he plays Steve. He just does a lot of unorthodox shit that works because it works in his head. You know, like it doesn't work in our heads because we're not, I guess, as like we just don't have a thought process. We're not as good.
Yeah.
You know, but like when he did up B to cover
when
Cloud's up B high,
at the ledge, my eyes widened.
I was like, oh really?
Yeah, my eyes widened. I was like, I never would have thought of that to be an option ever.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though, I didn't see the set originally at first, and the first clip I saw was him forward smashing twice with Pyra, and I just immediately thought in my head, so you just spam forward smash with every character. But then I actually watched the set, and I'm like, yo, he is moving, bro. Like, he was hitting every auto cancel, no lag on any of his moves. He was an up B. He wasn't even using up B as like an out of shield option. He was using up B to like just get off me, like before you're even on my shield. It was very good. You can tell a really wanted that win. He played really well.
Yeah, and I mean, I definitely have to give props to a because when you're essentially beating every other player in the world, anytime you play them, maybe you have like the amount of losses you have, you can count on both of your hands, and the amount of losses that is on both of those hands, one of them hands is one singular player being Spargo. Yep. So to pick up essentially one specific character just for one player is a very huge mental stake, because if you lose to that player with that character, it definitely takes a huge mental toll on you. So to be able to pick up that character, basically work on that character for like essentially almost a year or maybe over a year, and then still lose to that player with that character and keep at it and then eventually beat that player, like that is a true testament to his dedication to the game. So I definitely have to give him props for that. I'm honestly surprised that he lost in winners finals to Mia and didn't end up going Pyramithra against Mia, because I know that Spargo usually always likes to go Pyramithra against Game & Watch. Leo likes to go Pyramithra against Game & Watch too, and Leo and Spargo both beat Meister, and Spargo, whenever he plays Mia, beats Mia with Pyramithra. So I'm surprised that even though he lost the first set, he did win the next set, but like they were back and forth. He didn't just try out Pyramithra against Mia to see what happened.
It is very interesting that he didn't, but I think the reason, like, I don't think there's really they're not going to see a lot of his Mithra unless he like has a change of heart now. It's not surprising that we haven't seen a lot of his Mithra, because you know that character was designed to kill Spargo. You know, like he plays Steve at the end of the day. He plays the best character in the game, and even though he's lost occasional sets, he very rarely loses with Steve, and if he does, he can adapt with Steve. We've seen sets where he loses to somebody and then he'll fight that person again. He adapt and absolutely steamrolled them with Steve, you know. So like, I'm not surprised that we haven't seen a switch, but maybe we will in the future for the reason that you said, you know.
I gotta give you some credit for that, Cosmos. I feel like your influence helped reignite his belief that his Pyramithra could get the job done. I mean, your victory.
And you know what?
Spargo,
it actually did, because I saw his tweet
after you won, right?
Called me cool. Yeah, he called me cool, and then he followed up saying, "You know what? I guess I just do gotta believe in Pyramithra." And then I responded to it saying, "Believe in her." And you know what? It was more like, you know, Goku and Gohan. I was right behind him, charging the blast while he was fighting Spargo, and he ended up winning, bro. That's just what happened.
I think when a cola beat Spargo,
Because I've noticed a lot of times there's like really nice interactions between the two of them, a lot of hugging, a lot of like respect. I think when Akola beat him, I think Spargo like looked at him and just said win. Like I don't know if that's actually true, but like I swear like I looked there's like this one specific camera angle where you could see him like he like it's like anime pro tag like, hey, take my power, like win this event, like because I'm sure he respects him so much, like bro, you can do it. Like I know it's 2 sets against Mia, but you can get the win, bro. Like, and that's what I like. He's not like upset that he finally lost or anything like that. He's just like very respectful, like, dang, it happened, but that dude's the GOAT. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, we can't say Akola's the GOAT, but
yeah,
he's working his way there.
A+ pop off though. I got
hold on. I think
the lawnmower
he
starter.
Doesn't like he says win there. Like it's like win. Like
go back. Hold on. Full screen that, Chris. Let's get into
full screen.
All right. Send full screen. Yeah. Hey. Something right there. You said, right?
Win or W, either one.
I don't know what he said, but it looks like he's telling him to like win. Like.
Yeah, or at least like encouraging him to going like
which is hard for a lot of people to do after a tough loss like that.
It was Spargo was like one of the last people on Akola's list. You could tell, dude. And again, that pop off A+, like that was a really really good pop off. I gotta give it up.
I love the Aegis though. I honestly think that Aegis was nice. And I know we saw like double Pyro forward smash. A little Steve came out during the bracket or during that. But hey, the hurt box is crazy. That hurt box shift is crazy, and it hit though. So when the forward smash hits, and you can't really complain too much. But I will say the fast falls from the Mithra, very clean. A lot of like rising fair bursting to counteract Cloud setting up jump and then instantly fast falling. I thought the Mithra was really clean. I thought the switches were clean. I thought, dude, that is insane counterplay. That is so smart. Just high Cloud up B, usually very safe versus most of the cast. So if Cloud can get to the ledge or above the ledge with double jump and then just go for that, that's really strong. But Pyra having the up B out of shield to punish that was so good. We saw it multiple times throughout the set. We saw so much specific counterplay, and even just also Akola knowing the exact windows of down tilt for Mithra into up smash, getting the KO at around 130, very Diddy-esque, right? Where it's like, okay, at high percents, I have these specific setups that get the KO, and especially when it's on someone like Mithra, best neutral in the game, that's insane. So I honestly felt like Akola was looking really clean, and if Mia continues to give him trouble, Pyramithra also destroys
Game & Watch.
So I think Mia's combination of characters is very strong, but I think Akola's combination of characters might be stronger, but I'm not too sure. I just feel like when we're thinking in general, it's like, oh, okay, well, what destroys Steve? I'm pretty sure Pyramithra can cover all of Steve's handful of bad matchups. So I think it's a crazy combination. I think Akola investing his time into Aegis is very smart, and I think it's starting to pay off, and we're seeing like the biggest part of the payoff. Like Has said, I think first the Aegis was just for Spargo, but I think we might see Akola expand that Aegis out into other problematic matchups or players.
It's a hell of a confidence booster, right? I don't think it gets much better than that. Not just beating Spargo with a character, but you're a bracket demon, like someone who has just gatekept you for 2 years while you're the number 1 ranked player. Like that's just. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I am genuinely so interested to see what happens next.
What's interesting to me is I'm not sure if the Aegis will work against me. It's something we'll have to see. I mean, against Akola. Oh, no, yeah, against Mia. Yeah, I said it right the first time. If Akola's Aegis will work against Mia, because...
There's definitely a chance that it won't be that simple.
Yeah, he might just hit him one time, 3 times. Like, he might just send him on stage 3 times and GG's. But Mia looks so practiced against Akola specifically, like so practiced.
Yeah,
like almost to the point where it's like image training or something. Like he's just pictured all this stuff in his head, and when he's just like, okay, this is happening, this is my response, this is happening, this is my response. It's almost perfect, and it's still weird because like he'll be close to losing, but if when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my goodness, you have practiced this so much. You have put so much effort into this, and I mean the Aegis might be a nice little switch up, And Mia's like, whoa, what the heck? Like, I'm not sure what to do. But I also think he's so practiced against Aegis in general that it could be a little tough. So
it might have to be a bit more specific than simply picking it if you're against Spargo. You know what I mean? It might have to be a bit more specific with stages and how the set is currently going. And it's also, as it stands right now, not even 100% necessary, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're right.
So Steve
is getting bodied.
When you lose 7 times in a row, I think it's 100% worth it to like have a simple like I'm doing this versus X person. But if it's back and forth, I think you can consider it. But maybe it's not just throwing Steve out the window. But yeah, I like what Marcus or I like what y'all had to say about Mia in general. Just a kind of quiet, dominant victory and making a strong case for number one.
He wants it. You could tell, bro. He's pushing. Before we get to that, can I just say something about Kowloon before we move on just to the tournament in general? I just loved, and a part of why I feel so good about where we are in Ultimate, like suddenly again after watching this tournament, is I just love the culture, man. The lights, like for the walk-ups with the top 8, the intros when the players came up, the Japanese casters, I love them. Like they had crazy. Really fun. The party streamers when Mia won, like I just loved all that stuff, and I think they're little things, but they really add up, man. They really do. Like you cannot talk about the Japanese Ultimate scene without talking about the passion and talking about what they bring to the table. It's incredible, and it felt so awesome to watch that tournament. I just wanted to leave on that high note that I thought it was one of the best watching experiences I've had in Ultimate, period. I thought it was incredible, so shout out to that. And now, sorry, we can move on.
それでは今日の単語を見ていきましょう。スパム。同じ技を連続して適当に出すことです。例文。This player likes to spam neutral B. この選手は NB を打ちまくるのが好きだ。Out of shield。ガーキャンのことです。例文。Clouds at B is a good out of shield option. クラウドの上 B はいいガーキャン卓だ。Props to 敬意を表すことやすごいこと。例文 Props to him for winning a hard matchup. 不利相性なのに勝った彼を褒めたいね。Shout out to これも Props to に少し似ています。尊敬する人や特定の誰かの名前を強調したいときに使います。例文 I want to give a shout out to my family. 家族にありがとうと言いたいです。でもう一つは shout out to MK Leo。MK Leo 最高。こういう感じでも使います。adapt 対応するとか適応するという意味です。例文I was behind, but I adapted to my opponent and finally won. 負けていたが、相手の動きに対応して最終的に勝った。Protagonist 物語の主人公や主役のことを言います。例文 He's like an anime protagonist. 彼はアニメの主人公みたいな人だ。W Win を省略したものですが Dub みたいな感じでも使います。いいねみたいな意味で使うこともあります。That's W のような感じです。例文 He got the dub あいつが勝ったという意味です。Her back shift は姿勢避けとか姿勢で避けるとか潰れて避けるという意味があります。で、パンケーキが愛されボディという意味らしいです。Fast fall 急降下のこと。例文 He is good at fast falling his aerials 彼は空中攻撃に急降下を入れるのがうまい。Counter play 対策とか反撃という意味です。例文 He had specific counterplay for just one player 彼はある選手のためだけに特別な対策を持っている。 bracket demon トナメに当たってよく負ける選手のこと。例文 His bracket demon is Spargo 彼がトナメでいつも負ける相手はスパーゴだ。
今日は以上です。見てくださった皆さんありがとうございました。